Today, we're going to go over two of the most powerful words in existence. And those words are I am. And I am are the two most powerful words in existence because whatever you put after I am becomes your reality. Your identity, your energy, and your results in life are all determined by what you're saying after I am. And most people don't even realize how they're programming themselves to stay in lack or to stay sick or to stay negative because they're speaking these limiting statements over their lives without even realizing it. Today, I'm going to show you how to create powerful I am statements. I am statements that are going to raise your vibration, they're going to shift your energy, and they're going to pull you towards the life that you want. But here's the key. You have to stop giving so much attention to your current reality. We go through this life, and whatever we experience with our five emotions, that's what we put a lot of weight on. That's what we believe in. But the fact of the matter is, everything is energy and vibration. And this means thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, words. And if that's the case, then there's this other field of energy that we can't see or we can't decipher. And you can call that the spirit realm. You can call that the quantum field or the universe, whatever you want to call it. It exists beyond our five senses. And going back to that, the statement that you have to stop letting your current reality define you, what I mean by that is your mind doesn't know the difference between something that you've imagined with emotion attached to it and what's actually taking place in your reality. And when you truly feel the emotions of your desired state, you know, what you want, how you want to feel, how you want to live, when you truly feel those emotions, your subconscious starts to believe that it's true, even though it hasn't shown up in your 3D reality. So everything in this world is energy, and energy operates on vibration. So your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, they all carry a frequency. And so when you say I am followed by anything, you're not just describing yourself, you're actually commanding reality to align with that frequency. So if you say I'm not good at making money, then your brain and your subconscious, they all go, all right, well, let's make sure that we keep struggling. But on the flip side of that, if you say, I am abundant, I am successful, I am capable of doing all things, well, then suddenly you're shifting the signal and you're attracting more of what you want. And energy responds to what you focus on. So where your attention goes is what grows. And so if you focus on negativity, lack, fear, etc., if you're focusing on that, that's going to grow. But the contrast is also true. If you focus on abundance, if you focus on health and wealth and all of these beautiful things in life, if you focus on that, that is what's going to grow. And that's one of the beautiful laws of the universe is whatever you focus on is going to expand. And you have the choice to focus on whatever you want to focus on. If you focus on lack, that's what you're going to get. If you focus on abundance, that's what you're going to get. And what people don't realize is most people go through this life attaching those I am statements to something that makes them weaker. You know, like I said earlier, I am tired. I am poor. I am broken. I am not good enough. I am always unlucky. Well, by you saying that, you're just attracting more of that into your life. And then people wonder why life feels so hard. Well, it's because that's what they're putting out. You're telling the universe, this is what I want to experience, so bring me more of this. And that's what inevitably happens. But here's the thing, along with those I am statements, in order to bring more beautiful things into your life by just using those I am statements, you also have to feel the emotion of having those. Now, oftentimes when people say I am tired, it's because they feel tired. And that just reaffirms them feeling tired, then they say it, and then they remain tired. But if you can walk around and say, I am abundant, and feel the emotions of abundance, then that is what's going to come back to you. Now, as I've discussed in another video, you can start saying that, and then there's a gap before it begins to show up in your life. But so often, people don't even understand that that's how life works. And so we're always putting these negative connotations behind the words I am, and we're getting those negative experiences coming back to us. So you have to understand that our subconscious doesn't operate just on words alone. So like I said, you have to feel it. You have to feel the emotions of what you're saying in order to change your life. Because positive affirmations aren't enough. You have to actually feel the emotion of the affirmation as you're saying it. So if you go through and you're saying, I am successful, but internally you feel a sense of lack or you don't feel successful, then that's not going to work. You can say, I am successful all you want, but if you still don't feel successful internally, then it's never going to produce fruit in your life. And you have the capability of feeling that emotion of success without having it show up in your 3D world yet. So how you do that is you simply close your eyes. What would it feel like if you had that brand new car? What would it feel like if all your bills were paid off? What would it feel like if you were walking through that brand new house? What would it feel like if you were in that loving, caring, kind relationship? You have to act as if. You have to feel the emotions before the event, and that's what actually brings the event or the things to you. And people get this wrong because they always want to see it before they believe it. But you have to believe it, and then you will see it. You have to feel the emotions of it, and then you will see it come into your life. Going back to imagined experiences versus doing something in reality, there was a study done with piano players. So one group actually practiced this particular piece on the piano, and a second group just imagined practicing this piece on the piano. And the crazy thing is both groups showed nearly identical changes in their brain's cortex. The people that actually played and the people that imagined playing, the same parts of their brain lit up. So this proves that your brain doesn't distinguish between a real action and an imagined one. It adapts based on what you focus on and what you feel. So when you say I am statements, don't just say it, but you have to feel it. You have to believe it. And it's in that feeling and that believing that's going to allow it to manifest into your reality. For instance, if you say I am confident, imagine how you would act if you felt confident. How would you walk into a room? How would you be around other people? How would you speak? How would you carry yourself? And carry yourself as such. If you say, I am abundant, well, imagine what it would feel like to be abundant. Imagine what it would feel like to check your bank account and it has more money than you've ever seen. What would that feel like? That freedom that you would feel, that peace that you would feel, that joy that you would feel. And feel it before you have the money in your bank account. Experience those emotions that come with it. Experience that excitement and experience that certainty that everything is aligning for your benefit. And once you do that, your brain is going to begin rewiring itself to support the new pathways that you're creating. All right, so let's build some I am statements that are actually going to work and are going to help you. So here's what you need. Number one, you need to make it in the present tense. So you don't want to say, I will be wealthy. You want to say, I am wealthy, or I am in the process of becoming wealthy. You don't want to say I will. You want to say I am, because whatever comes after am is the powerful statement. Your brain and the universe respond to now. They don't respond to the future. So you say I am. Number two is you need to attach your feelings and emotion to whatever you're saying. Again, if you say, I am confident, what does that look like? How are you walking? How are you standing? How are you presenting yourself? Feel the emotion of being your confident self. If you say, I am powerful, what does that look like? How does that feel? How are you carrying yourself? And do that in your imagination. And that is what's going to manifest in your life. That's what's going to draw you to that which you feel. Number three, and this is the hardest one for most people to get, is you have to ignore your current reality. This was one that I struggled with in the beginning. It's so difficult to ignore our current reality because that's all that we see. That's all that we experience. It's what we see. It's the emotions that we feel when we look in our bank account and it's negative, or when we look around us and life isn't what we want it to be. It's very difficult to remove ourselves from what we see around us. Now, this is where the belief and the faith come in that everything is going to be okay. And this is where the belief in yourself, hey, I'm doing everything right to get to where I want to go. And it will come. Now, again, it's very challenging to ignore your 3D reality, but it is possible. I have been able to create the feeling of joy and gratitude and abundance despite having $3 in my checking account with bills on the way. That's what you have to do. You have to ignore your 3D reality, because what you want is going to come if you can maintain the joy and the gratitude and the things that are going to vibrationally align with who you want to be. And like a magnet, you're going to draw all that to you. You're going to draw the abundance to you. You're going to draw the peace and the freedom and the feeling of wholeness to you. But you have to capture those feelings before you see anything change in your external reality. Again, it's internal and then external. You have to change your internal first. You have to change how you feel, what you think about, the emotions and the thoughts and the beliefs. Once you change those, there's a gap, and then time is going to catch up with those new thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that you're feeling. And when time catches up, your whole life changes. Now, it doesn't matter what you're going through. You can maintain that feeling of joy. You can maintain that feeling of gratitude, and you don't have to let your 3D reality beat you down, make you feel less than, make you feel like you're worthless, or make you feel like you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish. Now, again, this is all internal work that's going to take place, that's going to have monumental results down the line, and they're going to come. Just remember to stay focused on the feelings and emotions of who you want to be, and not the feelings and emotions of what's taking place right now. Because the feelings and emotions that you're feeling right now and your reality right now is based upon the things that you've done in the past. So you can start now with your changing your feelings and your thoughts and emotions. You can start now, and it's going to change your future. If you can focus on who you want to be in the future and live in that reality, it has to come to you, and it will come to you. Just maintain it. I know it's going to be difficult, but the more that you train yourself to live in that future reality, the emotions of your future self, the more that you can train yourself to do that, the easier it becomes, regardless of what your external circumstances look like right now. I promise you. And it's just a matter of practicing and practicing and practicing, and then it becomes second nature. And so you're constantly living confidently, or you're constantly living in abundance, despite the fact that nothing around you is changing. And the last thing is you want to continue repeating your I am statements. You want to continue feeling the emotions of that which you want. You want to continue practicing living as your future self, feeling the emotions of your future self, walking around as your future self. Don't get caught up in what's going on in your 3D reality. Certainly be responsible, certainly pay your bills, but don't get so encompassed by your sense of lack, because the way that you feel right now is going to impact what you're going to see in the future. So shift your focus, shift your mind to live in that future reality right now. So let me give you a few affirmations, a few I am statements that you can write down. You can kind of tweak them to what makes sense for you, but I'll just give you some examples. Number one, I am a magnet for success and abundance. Now, when you say that statement, feel it. How would success and abundance feel to you? It's going to feel free. You're going to feel joyful. You're going to feel grateful. Feel that now when you say that statement. Number two, I am disciplined, focused, and unstoppable. Say the statement. Close your eyes and feel it. How does it feel to be disciplined? You're proud of yourself. You have confidence. You feel as though you can accomplish anything because you can. So feel those emotions as you say the statements. Here's one of my favorites that I had started using. I am worthy of all the good that comes my way. For the longest time, I didn't know this, but I had a subconscious block where I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel like I deserved certain things in life. But when I finally overcame that, I was able to feel worthy and start saying these things so that that's what shows up in my life. More great things for me to feel gratitude for or joy for. But you have to feel worthy. Close your eyes and imagine what you would feel like if you felt worthy. Sometimes to get to that point, you're going to have to undo a lot of the baggage and the trauma that you've carried with you for so long. And that's a whole different process. That's a whole different video. And I'll talk about that one day, how we can overcome those types of things. I know you can probably go back to the video playlist, 11 Keys of Becoming the Best Version of Yourself. And that's number 3, where it talks about forgiveness. That's one way to overcome a lot of that baggage and that trauma to help you see yourself as worthy. So to wrap up, here's my challenge to you. You need to pick out 5 statements. Pick out 5 I am statements that are going to resonate with you. Who do you want to be? And write them down. Write them down in the present tense. Feel the emotions of already living as that person. Speak them with emotion. Feel the emotions of them and continue doing it repeatedly. And you're going to embody the energy of that which you want to be. And you're going to draw that to you. Now, understand that there is a gap. You can start today, but don't expect results tomorrow. But keep doing it, because you have to understand that the time is going to pass anyway. So either you're doing something that's going to prepare you for your future self to be drawn to you, or you're not going to do it and you're going to be stuck in the same place when you could have grown, when you could have gotten closer to the version of yourself that's whole, that's free, that's fulfilled, that's joyful. The time is going to pass anyway, so do something in the meantime that's going to benefit that future version of yourself. And look, if you need help with this, click below. I'm going to put a link for a worksheet that's going to help walk you through this process. So you can just read it, create your statements, and start changing your life, really. And remember, become conscious of the things that you speak. Anything that comes after I am is what you're going to pull into your reality. Now, again, this isn't going to be this perfect exercise where you never say anything negative after I am, because we are human and we sometimes just express ourselves in this manner without thinking about it unconsciously. I don't feel good. I'm sick. I'm tired. I still do it. And I know this stuff. But try to learn to catch yourself. And so you do it less and less and less. And so you put out more positive statements, more abundant statements. And that's what you're going to attract and draw back into your life. So again, click on the link below or just create your own statements and try this for 30 days. Just read them every morning when you wake up, every night before you go to bed. Just read your 5 statements. Feel the emotions of those 5 statements. And your life's going to change after the 30 days or within the 30 days, because you're going to have a different belief about yourself. You're going to embody the person that you want to become. And just stay consistent with this. again, that time is going to pass anyway. So just do something in the meantime that's going to propel you forward instead of keep you stuck where you're at. Remember, whatever comes after I am is what's going to shape your reality. Have a great day.